To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
Times now, I am Meenakshi Upreti. Our top focus is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 5-nation tour. Now, viewers, Narendra Modi has arrived in Trinidad and Tobago today morning. And remember, it was his first official visit to the Caribbean nation as the Prime Minister. A visit that also marks the first bilateral trip by an Indian Prime Minister to the country. This is since 1999. This 2-day visit taking place from July 3rd to 4th is coming at the invitation of Prime Minister Kamala Persad. Now, this is seen as a significant moment when it comes to strengthening the diplomatic, the cultural, the trade, and obviously ties between the two nations. Upon the arrival, this is at the Piarco International Airport, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi was warmly welcomed by his Trinidadian counterpart and who greeted him in a traditional Indian attire. You can see the type of, welcome the Prime Minister got on the right side of the screens as well. It was a remarkable display of hospitality. She was accompanied, remember, by her entire cabinet. That also obviously significantly shows India's growing diplomatic power. It comprised 38 ministers, 4 members of parliament. They were all present at the airport to receive the Indian leader. The ceremonial guard of honor was extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and that marked the official start of his visit. The arrival ceremony was further elevated by vibrant cultural celebrations. Now, as you can see on the screens as well, the crowds basically gathering at the airport, dancing to drum beats and also enjoying the performances that blended the Indian and also local Caribbean tradition. But what was grabbing eyeballs obviously was the Bhojpuri chautal for the Prime Minister. And talking about the Prime Minister's visit, obviously, it was a very special visit. The Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, basically called the Prime Minister there, that is Kamla Persad. We were talking about Bihar ki beti. She was speaking, about her Indian roots also. Speaking to the Indian community, the Prime Minister shared that the country's Prime Minister ancestors were from Buxar in Bihar and that she's even visited the place once. Listen in.
फ्रेंड्स, प्रधानमंत्री कमला जी के पूर्वज बिहार के बक्सर में रहा करते थे। कमला जी स्वयं वहां जाकर भी आई हैं। लोग इन्हें बिहार की बेटी मानते हैं। People in India consider Prime Minister Kamla ji as the daughter of Bihar.
Breaking news coming in. This is also from the Prime Minister's visit. His counterpart hosting a special dinner for Prime Minister Modi. Indian culture on display. A special dinner for the Prime Minister, which was served on sohari leaf. We have visuals of their interaction as well. Obviously, that special dinner holds a place in every Indian's heart because it's also an ode to Indian culture. You can see there, both of them enjoying that special dinner, which, as I was telling you earlier, was served on a Sohari leaf. This is very significant, viewers, the Prime Minister's visit, because it shows the type of, significance of Indian culture, India's growing soft power also, and obviously, as you can see, the type of welcome which the Prime Minister got. It was he got there at Trinidad and Tobago. Also, obviously, an ode to our Indian culture. Very, very significant. Pragya is joining us live on the broadcast. Pragya, all of this together, an ode to the culture of Bihar, the Prime Minister, highlighting the Bihar connect, as he is in Trinidad and Tobago, extremely significant. Obviously, it shows the type of ode which he himself is paying to Indian culture, to the Bihari culture on a foreign land, and also underlines India's growing diplomatic power, isn't it, Pragya?
Absolutely, and Prime Minister has been, hailed as the brand ambassador for India, its culture and heritage. And in fact, Prime Minister also makes sure that if there is a country that has cultural and heritage roots with India, he also tries to highlight that with Meenakshi. And I would say ever since Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assumed, the Prime Ministership, his whole focus has been that there should be pride that we take in our culture and heritage. And what better way to, have a connection with any country when you have a cultural tie, where you have a heritage ties with that country. And many of the leaders in the past have forgotten that. To revive that is a very great initiative that Prime Minister is undertaking right now. And when you speak about people, about their heritage, about their traditions, about the culture, and also their ancestors, it touches a nerve with those people in that country and in our country as well. The message is loud and clear, not in just Trinidad and Tobago, but also in Bihar. They must be feeling very proud of the fact that Prime Minister is speaking about Bihar in a foreign country, in a Caribbean country. The name of the Prime Minister of the country, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, also has and also the fact that they have put in so much of effort to welcome Prime Minister in an Indian traditional way, wearing Indian attire. The Bhojpuri performances that were given at the airport itself shows the importance of and the rising stature of India on the global platform. It also shows that they know what Prime Minister strongly believes in and what cares for. They also know how they can impress Prime Minister, and this is the kind of initiative that Trinidad and Tobago leadership has taken. Also shows the importance they give to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they also have thanked Prime Minister profusely for providing vaccines during COVID time. This has been mentioned by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in her address as well. So all of them, they're trying to also have some kind of cultural ties with us, and they're also trying to revive that. It's also civilizational attachment. Countries are exploring with each other, and it also becomes more powerful rather than straight diplomacy. When you have a soft power and also you use cultural and the diplomacy and also the relation are set to be, have a stronger and longer bond with these countries as well. So Prime Minister also very well understand all of that, and this is the reason why he called Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar a Bihar ki beti, a message that will also have a resounding effect in Bihar as well.
All right, Pragya, do stay with us. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had earlier spoken out as well. He had hailed the Indian diaspora. Listen in, viewers, to what the Prime Minister had to say.
Today, I am happy to announce that OCI cards will now be given to the 6th generation of the Indian diaspora in Trinidad and Tobago. You are not just connected by blood or surname. You are connected by belonging. India looks out you. India welcomes you. And India embraces you. Friends, प्रधानमंत्री कमला जी के पूर्वज बिहार के बक्सर में रहा करते थे। कमला जी स्वयं वहां जाकर भी आई है। लोग इन्हें बिहार की बेटी मानते हैं। People in India consider Prime Minister Kamla ji as the daughter of Bihar. यहाँ उपस्थित अनेक लोगों के पूर्वज बिहार से ही आए हैं। बिहार की विरासत भारत के साथ ही दुनिया का भी गौरव है। लोकतंत्र हो, राजनीति हो, कूटनीति हो, हायर एजुकेशन हो, बिहार ने सदियों पहले दुनिया को ऐसे अनेक विषयों में नई दिशा दिखाई थी। मुझे विश्वास है 21वीं सदी की दुनिया के लिए भी धरती से नई प्रेरणाएं, नए अवसर निकलेंगे। Like Kamla ji, there are many people here whose roots lie in Bihar. The heritage of Bihar is a matter of pride for all of us.
Okay, and Pragya is continuing to be live with us. Pragya, we heard what the Prime Minister had to say. And, if I could just come to you, because we wanted, obviously, to highlight the ode, obviously, to Indian culture and the specific mention of Bihar. The Prime Minister, obviously, speaking at a foreign land, but it becomes all the more significant, this messaging, considering that polls are also, incumbent in Bihar. It's a poll-bound state.
Absolutely, and this is why I said that the message that Prime Minister is delivering in that Caribbean nation is going to have impact and reverberate in poll-bound state like Bihar. In fact, when you praise a state, you also touch the nerves of the people in that particular state. When you praise Bihar, people of Bihar also are feeling very proud of the fact that their history and their, the wealth of their state and the directions that they had given to the world. Be it in field of education, be it in field of diplomacy. We know that Nalanda University was in Bihar. So all of that has been hailed by Prime Minister, and for a reason. The reason is that Prime Minister, being the brand ambassador of the history, culture, heritage of India, he always make it a point, if you have a cultural heritage ties, your ancestors have come from a state in India, that needs to be revived and that needs to be praised and also celebrated. So this is exactly what Prime Minister is doing. And when BJP goes into the polls in Bihar, they will certainly play out this message of Prime Minister to the people of Bihar, saying that here is one leader and here is one party who is telling the world what Bihar had given to the world and how much pride that you should take in your culture, your heritage, and what kind of vision and development that particular party can give to the state of Bihar, and also how it can be changed. Unlike earlier times where Bihar was seen as a Bimaru state, the things have changed in Bihar, and what more vision the Prime Minister has for that state. This is going to be reverberated in, I would say, Bihar absolutely, and this is going to be used by the BJP in the polls as well. But having said that, I would also say when Prime Minister speaks about Bihar ki beti, he is also trying to link many of the nations culturally, because the ancestors have come from India. So India is the root of the culture and tradition that the people in those countries also follow, and not just to that, the next generation should also know about this. And this is exactly why Prime Minister is speaking to them, and also about the 6th generation and also the coming generation. And at a time when everyone is closing their borders and closing their doors to other country and people, India is one country where they are saying your cultural roots are here. Opening up for you, OCI will be valid for your 6th generation as well.
A very significant message which has been given, Pragya, and obviously, you're elaborating the significance of this in an Indian context, obviously, and when it comes to our Indian polls as well. Thank you for joining us with these details, Pragya. We also, have a reaction of the Prime Minister's counterpart. Listen in, viewers.
And supplies reach even the smallest nations, including Trinidad and Tobago. Through your benevolence, You brought hope and calm where there was fear. I say again, this was more than diplomacy. This was an act of kinship. This was an act of shared humanity. This was an act of love. And this is one of the many reasons we are deeply proud to be on Your Excellency, the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Our nation's highest honor tomorrow will be conferred. We are all threads in the same human fabric, bound not by circumstance, but by compassion, resilience, and the timeless truths of our shared heritage. So, Honorable Prime Minister, let us continue this journey together as partners, as brother and sister, and as proud children of a most enduring heritage in history. This ocean of unity, this is our legacy, this is our love. Thank you, sir, and may our people continue to strive forever.
All right, all eyes obviously on the next leg of Prime Minister's five-nation visit. We'll keep bringing you every update related to the same. As of now, we're slipping into a short commercial break.